Welcome to the final section of real-world projects in Python 3. And in this section, we're going to be setting up a Django-driven website. Now, it's not going to be a very extensive website, but it'll give you an idea of the power of Django for creating data-driven websites. Now, the first thing we need to do is set up the environment. That's what we're going to be doing in this video. And to set up the environment, what we need to do is create a virtual environment. Now, a virtual environment allows us to create an isolated Python install that works independently of existing Python installations on your computer. And this is helpful in web development because eventually you're probably going to want to deploy your website to a web server. So what we're going to do then is install the virtual environment package, make a directory, and in that directory we'll create a Django project. Okay, so by the end of this video, we will have installed Django, started a new project, and then run the Django test server so we can see that everything worked the way we expected. So with that, we're ready to go ahead and jump in. Okay, we're going to be working quite a bit from the command line in this section, and there is a lot less code to be writing. So the first thing I'm going to do then is make our directory, and I'm just going to call it Pi project. Okay, I'm going to switch into that directory. Okay, I'm going to install the virtual env package using pip. Okay, it's already installed on my machine, so I can move on to the next section, which is going to be to activate the virtual env. So I'm going to do this from the parent directory, and then I'm just going to call virtual env and then tell it where. Okay, so what this does is it installs a minimal installation of Python and some other tools that help us get working, such as pip. Okay, so with that done, we'll switch back into our project directory, and then we need to activate it. So let's take a look at what it installed. This is what gets installed when we run virtual env on a folder, and it's still not active. So to activate it, we're going to go ahead and go into the scripts folder. On a Mac, you're going to go into the bin folder. Actually, you don't need to go into the bin folder, but you're referencing it when we run the next command. Okay, so the next command is scripts. It's bin in a Mac, and you have to preface the command with source in a Mac. In Windows, you just type scripts activate. Mac, it's going to be source bin activate. Okay, so you can tell the virtual environment is active because of the parentheses here. And now we're ready to go ahead and install Django. So again, I'm going to call pip, and this time I'm calling pip that lives inside my virtual environment. Okay, so that should take a little bit of time, and then you get back to the command prompt when it's installed, and now we're ready to start our Django project. And to do that, we're going to call Django admin, and then it's going to be start project, and then the name of our project. And I'm going to call it pithy quotes. So we're going to create a website that displays famous quotes. Okay, so that should be all there is to it. Let's take a look at the directory again. You'll see that we now have a folder called pithy quotes. Let's take a look at what's in there. Okay, so in here that we can start our web server, and we're going to do that by using the manage pi file. So it's going to be Python manage pi, and then we want to make sure everything worked correctly, so we'll run the server. Okay, so it gives us kind of a warning message here, and we'll deal with that. First, we want to just make sure that the server's running properly. And to do that, we're going to enter this address into a browser. So I'll just copy that, and then I'll fire up a browser. Okay, we paste the address in, and this means that we have successfully started a Django project and the server is running.